unsurpassed, telecast. It's the 10 Items or Less podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of 10 Items or Less. I'm your host, Justin Smith. You know the deal. We take a normal podcast and we run it through the express lane. You know the game. 10 questions to a guest of my choosing. And my guest today, I'm so excited about. Truly, he is somebody that from the moment I saw him, he captured my attention. He's so funny and so creative. And I promise you, he's a young comic that you're going to see around real soon. I promise. Keep it going for my guest today, Mr. Kenny Lee.
Nice. What's up? How
What's
you
up,
doing,
man? How you
Justin?
doing? You doing good? Yeah, dude. I'm great.
I'm good.
Dude, thanks for coming and doing the show.
Thanks for having me on. I've been looking forward to this.
I mean, dude, I'm going to tell you something right now. Not very often am I outstaged in the fit department, but I promise you, I'm smoked today. I mean, this is, dude, every time I see you, every time you post a video, I'm just like, man.
It's mostly for the fits. It's not even about the joke anymore.
Yeah.
It's literally I'm just like, no, I just got this new shirt. You know
Absolutely,
what I mean?
for sure.
I wrote this joke specifically because I got this new shirt.
I'm telling you, man. Well, dude, it worked. You're like, yeah, I gotta make sure. You need the clip to go viral so that you can show everybody. Yeah, man.
The whole point.
We got it. We got it like that. Were you ready to get into it?
I'm ready.
Oh, dude. All right. First question: what is the craziest snack that you've ever snuck into the movie theater?
Snack specifically?
I mean, I'm gonna tell you what. The way your eyebrows went up, I'm opening it up to anything.
I have taken an entire steak into a movie theater before. No hesitation. Ate the whole thing. It was done in 30 minutes. It was cold, but it was more about the thrill of the sneak.
How big of a steak is it? Are we talking?
It was like an 8-ounce steak. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? It was just more about it was an 8-ounce steak, side of mashed potatoes, salad. I will never forget.
Okay, so you took a whole dinner.
Oh, yeah. No, I was like, yeah, I don't want pizza today. You know,
Yeah, I want a steak.
I want the steak.
I want to watch Transformers with a steak. You know what I mean?
You know, the movie was good. The steak, decent. You know what I mean? Like, literally. But no, we took a whole movie, or a whole steak in. I say we. It was me. It was just me.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I've eaten so much. I've said we too on accident. That's fine.
No, it was just me. But no, dude, this was like a year ago. I'm trying to remember what movie I saw. But yeah, I mean, my friends were so convinced. They were like, hey, like you can probably sneak anything you want into that theater. And I go, let's test that out.
Oh, for sure.
And I'm not even. It was literally just like a steak under my shirt. Walk through.
What do you? So are you just like holding it and just?
It was like
you can't have a knife, right?
No. So no, plastic was in the box. Like it was the to go.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like so, I had the plasticware and everything in there. Walk through like it was under my jacket. To be honest with you, they didn't ask a single question. They're just like, you got.
Of course, they don't care.
They don't care at all. So,
but I'm gonna tell you something. Mad respect.
That
is the most respect.
Imagine the guy next to you has a steak and you're just like, man, like.
I mean, you took a prom night dinner in. Like that's crazy. People get married and ask for steak and potatoes, and you're just watching John Wick with it.
John Wick. 4.
That's crazy. I love it, dude. I think that's better than anything. I mean, my roommate in college, had snuck a watermelon in one time.
A whole
watermelon. He went to the Goodwill and he got a baby carriage.
Okay.
Like a little hand thing. And just put a blanket over a watermelon, put it in there, took it in there. And he goes, the only time it was ever weird was when I put it in the seat next to me. Because there was a few of them. And he goes, it was only weird when I pulled the knife out and I jabbed it in there and I started, and he goes, I looked around and he goes, I saw people like staring at me, and he goes, oh, I realized this was probably just, he goes, it probably wasn't even any better when you pull out a glob of a glob of red and you go,
It's like a kid's movie on too, and they're just no.
Give me that baby. Is that baby seedless?
Oh my! I'm not gonna lie. That is not how I expected that story to start. You go, yeah. My friend had a watermelon. He went to a Goodwill, and I was like, Goodwill has watermelon now?
Yeah.
Like this is crazy. Used watermelon at Goodwill, like that's crazy.
Well, it's so funny because if you ever met my roommate, he was like this like straight laced dude. He's like a cop in LA now. Like that's how straight and narrow this dude
Right,
is.
right,
And he's
right.
like he was also like you always meet those dudes that, even though he was a little bit older, you're like, dude, how are you in college, but you already have somebody's dad energy? Like that's what he was like. He was always like very like, particular, and he had like a mustache when it wasn't the thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, this is like,
When it wasn't the thing.
I feel like the next thing you're missing, the only thing you're missing is like a pipe.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, you guys keep that ruckus down out there. I'm trying to sleep.
the whole time. The mustache, when it wasn't a thing, that is gonna kill me.
Oh, dude. He was like, he always had like muscle cream.
Oh,
Like icy, like a
Yeah,
room
yeah.
always smelled like icy hot.
Yeah.
Dude, he was one of the coolest dudes I ever met. Still to this day. But he was just like, he was
straight.
an unk before in college.
Hey guys, keep that noise down.
I mean, he really was. He was like, hey, you guys, what are you guys doing out there? And he was, I mean, it was, he had a robe before anybody else did,
Yeah.
Like it was, dude, it's so crazy to think about all the things that he was. Very responsible. I remember he would take an aspirin when he would eat. And
That's
like,
actually-
yeah, dude, it was so responsible.
That alone is so old. Like that is the oldest thing I've ever. Aspirin before, literally after prayer, aspirin immediately.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was, but he was. I mean, but so for him to be that responsible guy
To bring in a water.
and to bring in just do something wild like bring a watermelon in, you're like, that's like I always think of when I would follow when you're younger and you follow like the dudes from Jackass were big,
Yeah.
or like I always think like all the young rappers that I follow, like I feel like that someone like Tyler the Creator
Tyler,
would
the Creator,
do.
they
Yeah,
were
you're
doing
like.
that, bring sandwiches out. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
You're like, and also bringing it in and talking to the guy at the ticket, and you're like, it's like, hey, do you have a watermelon in that baby carrier? You're like, what are you, the cops? Just,
What are you
just
gonna
let it
do
go,
about
man.
it? Come on, man. Like, you done.
You trying to get a slice or what?
Imagine.
But dude, a steak and mashed potato, dude, I might try that just to do it.
Listen.
Would you, Mac? Would you eat a steak potatoes for the movie theater?
It makes every movie better. Like I'm.
Oh, for sure.
It makes It doesn't matter what the movie is.
Don't they have Alamo Draft Houses here?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I'll be real. Alamo, they take their security very seriously. Yeah. No.
Oh, they're like.
Listen, they're top notch. I mean, I don't know what they got going. If your shoes squeak too loud, they're gonna say something to you. You know what I mean?
Are they really?
I don't know about that much.
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm the most gullible that I've ever been. Oh gosh, that's embarrassing. I'm gonna move on from that. That's. How do you know a segment ended when you got cooked in front of everybody? Make sure you get it in HD too. All right, next question. Would you rather be a window cleaner or a garbage man?
okay. Oh, hard hitting ones now. Okay. All right. Number 2 is different. Window cleaner.
Okay.
Window cleaner.
So, question, because I want to make sure that you're seeing the same thing that Mo, because I always ask when I say window cleaner, I mean skyscraper.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I thought. That's what I
Okay.
thought. Oh.
Because basically boils down to, would you rather kick rats or gamble with your life?
That's the thing.
That's
the thing. I still would go window cleaner. So my best friend, he worked for the city as a garbage guy.
okay.
I know that lifestyle he was on. Literally just like, oh yeah. Some days he was like, yeah, I just got to fight off a rat. Got bit by a dog one time. And I was like, literally, it almost had nothing to do with the trash. It was
Right.
like, yeah, like, and I'm trying to think, like, heights is not my favorite thing.
Oh, absolutely not.
Not at all. And you know what I mean? So I'm just kind of, and the malfunctions. Dang, you swayed me. Yeah, I'm going to go with trash man, actually. Yeah, no,
Wow.
I can't be up there. Yeah.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
I do love the idea that the window cleaner gives you ultimate comedic opportunity.
Right.
To just, just to first of all, you just to be able to see in and see what everybody's got going on, but it's the opportunity to play practical jokes on people. Just how funny it would be just to pretend like you can't see somebody, and then just right before you go down, somebody's just doing something really embarrassing, whether they're like picking their nose, something. People in the office, they go, "Oh, well, he can't see me." Once you realize somebody can't see you, you're like, "Oh, I'm just going to do whatever I want," and then just let the embarrassment just keep going. And you're just cleaning, you're just cleaning the window, and then right before you go down to the next level, just give him a wave and a thumbs up, and then just go. And he goes, "Oh, he just saw everything. I gave my courage to somebody."
I thought the whole time.
I mean, just got ruined by this guy.
See, I love that, but like with trash, you learn a lot about like the people that you pick up from.
Yeah.
Like, so my friend, he literally had this story about this lady. Like, I don't know if it was lady or not. We don't know who they were exactly, but he would pick up trash for them. He'd be like, "Okay, they had a party this week," and he goes, "There's another party this week," and he goes, "They had no trash this week, no party, whatever it may be." And he would like give me these stories for these people. And then one time he was like, "Hey man, they threw away a whole Xbox. I think the parties are done for life now." You know what I mean? Like, I think we're done. I don't think they're getting any more parties. The Xbox is in the trash bag. I'm taking this home. I was like, this is crazy. So, I don't know. I think that part would be cool.
Yeah.
Not as cool as like, it would be better than Heights still.
Oh, for sure.
Still better
for
than
sure.
Heights, I don't know.
Well, that's the idea that you have a whole thing. Also, I will say, I lived in New York City for a while, and when you do comedy in New York, you're always going home at 3, 4 in the morning, and the streets are abandoned.
Right.
So it's just city workers, rats, and whoever is just out. And there's not a lot. And then you got streetcar people. Like those are the only people that are out.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you something. I watched New York trash employees. Some of them were having the most fun. Because they would come up with these games where it was like they would take the trash and the truck would be over here, and it was, can I get it to the back of the truck from across the street? How far can the truck pull up? I mean, I watched a guy one time, he had the trash and he was he was like lining it up and the truck is slowly moving forward and he's waiting, and then he just releases it and it just go. I mean, it was like watching cornhole, but with trash, and he lands it in the back. And dude, when I tell you, all 4 of they all went nuts. They went crazy. Like it was like the belt was on the line.
He goes home and he tells his wife about it, and she goes, "Okay,
she doesn't
Ronnie,
care.
all right, all right."
She's like, "I'm gonna need you to wash off first.
Go on, please. Brush your teeth, everything, please.
Oh gosh, but that's, I mean, yeah, I feel like Trash Man would what I would have to go with too, because it's just, and at least Trash Man, you're like, hey, some days you're in the truck, some days you're out of the truck,
Right,
you know,
right.
Like you get to window cleaner, you're
up there.
Yeah,
You're up there. Imagine like you clean a window, like, you know what I mean, on like the 21st floor. And then all of a sudden, like a bird, like just poops on that. You know what I mean? And you're like, you move down. You're like, man, I'm not going back up. You know what I mean?
for sure.
But you have to.
Also, if you don't do your job well as a trash man, there's also a thing where like if your trash doesn't get picked up or all of it's not taken out, there's party that goes, well, maybe I did something wrong.
Yeah, right.
You're like, maybe I didn't regulate. Maybe I should have had 2 cans, or maybe there's some recycling, something I did in there. Maybe it was my fault, and I just don't know everything. But then like, there's no getting out. Like if you do your job bad as a window cleaner, it's like, all right, get back up there. There's no out.
There's no out.
There's no like union for your window cleaner. I mean, there might be, but you're like, you know, I mean, that's just so much pressure.
That's a lot. I don't know. That's up there.
All right, next question. Have you ever made up a game?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
But like it was like a we played a very weird version of okay. This was never
You know what? When somebody stops and goes, listen, man, that's what we call a jackpot. Is what we call.
We're going for a ride right now. You know, like when you make up a game, like it wasn't like, oh man, I never intended for this to be on the internet somewhere.
Right.
Me and my buddies in high school, we made up this weird version of Ultimate Frisbee.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's get to it, I guess. We were on concrete. That's the main thing. Scoring, it was like, you know how in football there's 2 end zones.
Of course.
We were in like a circular bus parking situation. So
Okay.
it's like a giant cul-de-sac almost.
Okay.
So the end zone was just certain edges of this circle. But we're also on concrete, running around at full speed, which when you're like 16 sounds just easy.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm like 30 now. Oh God. Like I don't even want to walk on it half
Yeah.
the time. You know what I mean?
Ligaments are the most strong.
Oh yeah. Like literally this is when
Indestructible.
I just got my ligaments at
Right.
this point. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so yeah, that was like the main thing. It was a points-based system and everything. Ultimate Frisbee is already a weird sport. So this is just kind of a spin-off to that.
Right.
And let me tell you, as like guys who are in band and who are also on the chess team, this just it did not, we didn't look good. And like, we never looked great. And like now looking back at it and I go, oh dang, you know what I mean? Like I really could have put those points in like working out or something. You know what I mean? Like that would have been just like much easier. But yeah, that's basically it. What did we call? Oh, that and Frennis, which is Frisbee, but tennis.
Okay.
Yeah. That one, we were onto something. Yeah, I would say that much. Yeah.
Okay. Frisbee. Explain that to me.
Okay. So we have a little Frisbee.
Okay.
We have a tennis net in front of us. We play doubles because we're gentlemen.
Okay,
right? You know,
of course.
let's share that, of course, right? And the whole point was to throw the disc to the other side. It needed to be catchable, and it needed to be within range of somebody, but like didn't like you. The goal was to get it toward the ground. You just couldn't throw it directly at the ground,
Of course.
And we would drive. You know, like at 18 years old, some kids were like, you know, out of the house, finding how to get into their parents' alcohol bin, whatever it may be.
Right.
We would go out and we would tell our parents exactly what we were doing at 10 p.m. And we're like, hey, we're going to the tennis courts with all of our best Frisbees, and we're gonna really just go all the way. You know what I
Right.
mean? In terms of like throwing these discs back and forth at 10:30.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. I guarantee you, at some point, every one of your parents followed you because you're like, that is the lamest excuse for going out and getting high or chasing women or getting hammered. You guys gonna go to the tennis courts and play Frisbee?
10:30.
Right, right. Do you think I was born yesterday? Just give me your keys. Give me your keys now. Like you're already grounded. Just what do you do? Like, can you imagine the shock of your parents showing up and just be like, "Oh my God,
Oh man.
they're really playing." You're like, I think I have to rob my own kid just to teach him a lesson. Are you kidding me? 10:30 tennis courts? Dude, I mean, I also like, you're like, oh man, that's a whole nother. Because I had older friends when I was in high school.
Right.
So my mom always thought I was up to no good.
Right.
Because I would go over to their house and we'd play wrestling video games. I mean, they're in their late 20s. I'm like 17. And they would just make people that we knew
Right.
as Mecha characters, and then we would just play Royal Rumble and all this. And like, but it was great because you had like Ronald McDonald would give you like a high elbow,
Yeah.
and it's just insane. And you're like, we would just be over there till 11:30. Mom's like, tell me where you were, tell me where you were, and you're like, no, we're just hanging out. Call them,
Chilling. Yeah.
they all have cell phones, you know, like just
Check us out.
just
Like,
give them a call. Oh,
it is a different thing when it's like when your parents find out that you're like when my mom found out that like I would be out until 2 on like a Saturday after
Yeah.
college. This is like, I'm not after college, after high school, like when I was in college, be out till 2. And she goes, what were you guys doing? Like, what are y'all hanging out? You coming in at any time in the night, you know, just getting crazy, whatever it may be. And I go, no, we were playing Nintendo, you know, like the whole night. And I go, we got a little crazy, you know, like
I love how you said Nintendo. You're like, I was trying to be a bad boy. I was like, listen, man, and we were playing Smash Brothers, and we didn't even roll up our controllers. We just left them where they
left
were.
them out. Like,
You're like, I mean, I just imagine your parents watching you throw frisbees and try to let you like, my baby's gonna be an engineer.
no, literally the whole
Like,
time.
oh my gosh, my house is gonna be so big. I'm gonna have lighting that doesn't have switches. Like that's how successful my baby's gonna be. He's gonna patent something. He's gonna patent software.
Lighting with no switch.
Have you ever gone back, like recently, and tried to play the frisbee game?
No. I mean, now that you bring it up, Nah, I'll make it happen.
Dude, you absolutely
No,
should.
absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I said,
Absolutely. I mean, first of all, there's no way that game doesn't end in an ambulance. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Oh, now? Oh, for sure. I mean, like, I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, man, my knee hurts just thinking about it.
Oh,
But,
dude, for sure.
Nah.
But man,
But no, it's like
what an injury.
I got to get my get back. You know what I mean? Like,
Of course.
I remember the last loss. So like, it's,
yeah,
so,
a lot. You always remember the last
Exactly.
loss. That's for sure. Next question: what was your mom's kitchen theme growing up?
kitchen theme. I
Yeah.
mean, we just. Nah, it was kitchen-y. It was very kitchen-y.
kitchen.
Man, she had this cool thing going on where she just had this sink there. I don't know. Theme. What
There
do
was
you
no like
in terms of like what she would make.
when I was no. When
Okay.
I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
everybody's house that I went to, no matter where they stood socially or financially, every mom that I knew growing up had some kind of weird
Mm-hmm.
theme for their kitchen, whether it was like ducks or like weird fruit,
Oh,
or it was like you're like, why is the whole kitchen done in this weird wood?
yeah,
It's
yeah. I got it. We were a weird fruit house. My mom would have like the glass
Okay.
fruit everywhere. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
it, like the porcelain glass fruit where it's like, hey,
Of course.
you put this in the middle of the table.
Yeah.
And then for some reason people walk in and they go, oh, is this glass fruit? Haven't seen it? And everybody's seen it. We all have a grandma.
Of
You know what I
course.
mean? Like, so yeah, like, I mean, yeah, we definitely had that going for us. And then like they would have like a painting of fruit like over there too,
Of
like
course.
over the whole thing. It's like, yeah, we get it, man. You know what I mean? Like we see it.
Yeah.
We had that. That was the theme.
I mean, at least you don't have. I mean, I feel like the toughest one is like the spoons.
Oh God.
Man, I haven't seen a spoon in a minute. Like I'm trying to think, when's the last time you saw spoons? Like little mini spoons. You don't even know what I'm talking about? That's so crazy, dude. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think I know the wooden spoons that you would just carry, like the big
No!
spoon on the side. No,
It's so crazy.
I'm talking. Is that one?
Am I the oldest person here by a lot?
No.
I feel like so all the houses that I was growing up, they had these little shelves, like trinket shelves, and they had little hooks on them. And you would go places and you would collect spoons. They're little baby spoons. They were like this big, and they would have either a state or a country on them. And you would just every place you went,
Okay.
you would hang these little. I mean, there were spoons that were like this big,
Little and then not made for it.
and you don't eat them. You don't use any. I mean, it was literally like a baby spoon,
Right.
but it had like a state or something on it, and they just. I mean, I knew people that had all over their kitchen.
This was common practice. Like,
I
you-
mean,
like more
pretty
than one
common.
house.
Yeah.
I would freak out. Yeah, like
Yeah, it's real weird. You'd be like, "Hey, why are the utensils on the wall?" Like,
these clean.
and who's eating with these? You like, it doesn't make any sense. None of they're decorative. And you're like, I don't know. I don't think you understand decorative. It's like this should not be a thing.
Not everything should be a decorative thing.
I mean, I agree. That's so crazy that everything.
I'll say
Listen,
that much.
not everything is good.
Come on.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I feel like sometimes you're getting sold on something. This isn't it.
I have a
It is funny to be like the decorator who's like, your whole thing is like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't it.
I don't like
Y'all
this
should try again. Do you know any kid? Let me ask you like this. Did you, because you had a bunch of friends
Yeah.
growing up in high school, and you guys were all kind of like, you'd all bounce around each other's
Yeah.
houses. Did any of your friends' moms have like crazy?
I'm happy you asked about that. I had one friend who was their family. They had a hunting family, right? And my thing about like hunting is like I know a lot of people like they
I think
shoot.
your outfit speaks for how you feel about hunting.
You know what?
I think you know what? I think whatever you say, I think we got it. I think we're on.
know what?
I
Next
think we
question.
all understand.
I had a friend that had a hunting family, and you usually you put your mounts like in the living room,
Of course.
or something like that. And it's like, no, they ran out of space in the living room. So so it was like you would go in the kitchen and you'd be like, okay, there's like a deer, like antlers and everything and stuff like
Right.
that. So it was like hunting themed in the kitchen, like. But they would also have like the duck phone. Like, you ever see one of those?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like, okay, I get it, like, because ducks are another thing.
Of course.
You know what I mean? And so stuff like that, and I'm just kind of like, it was weird how I would get there, and I would see that, and I go, I am hungry. You know what I mean? I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, I see the whole,
I mean, it's so funny just to go from like, I've never met anybody that sees a dead animal on the wall and goes, You know what? I could eat. I really could. I really could. You
never had deer meat?
How is venison smoked? You know what I mean?
I'm not real thought. Like I would walk in and I'll go, I've never had deer meat before.
I've never had
and
it.
then I had deer jerky that day. Like, and I was like, okay, this isn't cooked, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Like,
It's like, first of all, you did this poorly. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
not what I wanted.
As
but
a guy
all right.
that's eating snails, I gotta tell you, this is not. You could do better than this.
Switch it around, like if you're gonna have it. But that was probably the weird. I'm not gonna say the weirdest because it was creative. Like I've never seen a kitchen like that other than that one. So I've never even been to a restaurant where they had like deer antlers and stuff on the wall.
Oh wow!
So.
And from Texas, you never seen that?
No.
I feel like it's every restaurant.
I mean, I have Roadhouse. I think has stuff, but like I think they took it down. Like they used to have stuff like that, but
Yeah.
they don't have that anymore. But
I mean, it's so funny that I just imagine that house where you're like, you run out of counter space. You're like, well, where are we going to hang the pans? And then the dad just goes, we turn to the walls, just start hanging pans and stuff like that. Like, where's this KitchenAid mixer going to go? I'm like, well, I just shot this out. And so let's kill two birds.
immediately, you're just kind of like, you're looking at the wrong place. We got to start looking up.
Yeah.
We need more counter space. No, we need more wall space. Like,
I mean, that is so wild to be like, let's start putting them in the kitchen.
Exactly.
That's so wild.
You know how
dude.
much you got to hunt to be like, yeah, you know what? You know where my trophies are going.
That's the thing people I don't think understand is you're not hanging up everything you kill. You're only picking and choosing the best one.
No.
So for every one you've seen, there are 20 more. And so it's just a mound of death.
No, it was like when you see deer antlers next to other deer antlers next to other deer antlers, you're like, all right, man. Like, this is every one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this has to be, at this point, it's like, which ones are you leaving off?
For sure.
So.
Who have you left out? Who you not telling me about?
What's going on?
First of all, what deer are you ashamed of? Who are you not telling me about? It's like when your buddies start hooking up and they're telling you, oh, I hooked up with this girl, she was a hot, and I hooked up with this girl and she was a baddie. You're like, okay, who are you not?
Yeah, which
Who
ones?
are you? What ones are you hiding from us?
Tell me the real stories,
Tell me show me the fat deer with no antlers. Show me that one.
Put that on the wall.
Let me see that.
How about that one? Not a shot of it getting away.
I only care about the ones that embarrass you. Oh, that's great. All right, next question. What is one thing that you always wanted from the Scholastic Book Fair, but you never got?
You talked to my mom before this?
Oh.
No? Okay. All right. Man. Okay. No, real life. All right. So this isn't gonna go well. Wasn't a big reader, despite how my glasses look.
Yeah.
Wasn't a huge reading guy, but like Scholastic Book Fair and DISD, they had one where for some reason, I don't know why, there was like a Game Boy Advance game in the pamphlet, and it was like at the end of the pamphlet. And I was like, I don't care what this game is. It's more the fact that it's being advertised to me right now while I'm at school. And I wanted it so bad.
Right.
So badly.
Something about those metal crates mean whatever's inside is furthering my education.
Absolutely. It was like a Sonic the Hedgehog game. It was like Sonic Advance.
That's
2 or
crazy.
3. Like, I'm just kind of like, this has no business being here. I want that more than anything else on here. Like, no matter. You could have told me that game was $150. I would have been like, absolutely it is. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm telling you, now that I think, the more and more I think back to all the things that were in the Scholastic Book Fair, I think that the people running the Scholastic Book Fair were just kids pretending to be adults. I mean, it really is a blank check Richie Rich situation where it's just like, hey, how do we get these kids' parents who do not want to give them any money for anything?
None of it.
And we just hook these kids up. How do we get them to get smelling pencils, football posters, Goosebump merch? How do we get all this stuff that everybody loves past their parents? It's like, I mean, it really is. The Scholastic Book Fair is the book version of Two Kids in a Trench Coat.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is. It
Immediately
is the sneakiest way to get kids stuff that they don't need,
Right.
but they want.
Dude, I got like the coolest thing I ever got was like a Bionicle toy. Oh. Yeah, which toy, which is crazy. But like specifically what they did was they were like, here's a book, comes with this action figure, and specifically this action figure comes with a gold mask, which you can read about in the book. I did not
Oh,
read the
dude.
book at all. Just
No.
so we're clear. Never even. I don't think I opened the book.
Give me
to be
that
honest.
mask.
I
Give
just
me
want-
that mask.
Give me the mask. It fits on the other Bionicles I
Yeah.
have. I don't care about anything else you have here. And then they made a movie for it like 8 years later.
Yeah.
Saw that first day. Never
Yeah,
read the
I
book
love it.
once. Yeah.
I love the idea too that like you wear that mask. You're like, Kenny, your teacher's like, Kenny, take that mask off. You're like, oh, I guess Miss Taylor don't like reading. You don't want me to go to college, Miss Taylor? Is that what you're saying? Huh? Whose side are you on?
I got this from Scholastic Book
I
Fair.
love it. Kenny, put your game away. No, because I got it at the Scholastic Book Fair.
It's educational.
I am gonna pay my bills with this game. I mean, dude, that's. Dude, I love where your head's at. Because
If it's in the pamphlet.
some people just get posters or whatever. All right, next question. If you could be sponsored by any brand, what would it be?
Supreme. It would easily be Supreme.
I mean, that I don't think that surprises
Number
anybody.
one on my list. Am I wearing something Supreme? Yes, absolutely. Every time I'm on stage, I'm wearing probably the socks at least. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's cool to think about a comedian being sponsored in general, right?
Yeah.
Supreme's one of those companies where they're just kind of once you got them attached to you, I feel cool.
Oh, of course.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
I grew up skating and everything, so a lot of people were just they would be wearing it casually, which is what it's made for, right? And I'd just be like, man, that's so cool.
Well, I think if you get picked as they're a type of brand that just picks if they pick random people to sponsor. So that if they pick you out of nowhere, they're like, you're the best. It's like Red Bull, where it's like, hey, just I'm a bicyclist. I'm an aggressive bicyclist that is sponsored by Red Bull. You're like, oh, that's really good. Because you're like, if you go, I'm sponsored by Red Bull, you know that you're not just bicycling through a forest. You're like, no. I'm bicycling through a favela. Like I'm in Brazil. It's like, and they didn't clear it with the locals. They're just doing it.
No, we're doing
it. They set up cones and a camera, and I'm just going through dodging machetes, hoping I make it to the end. Hey, I'm a rodeo guy. Oh, that sounds cool. Everybody does that. No, I'm a rodeo guy sponsored by Red Bull.
Red Bull.
Okay, so you're trying to get one particular cow in the middle of a stampede. That's what you're doing. Red Bull.
I'm a mailman. No, okay, regular job. I'm a mailman sponsored by Red Bull.
Yeah.
I run the whole time.
I gotta deliver mail in the middle of a dogfight. Red Bull. Red Bull.
Oh my God. No,
I mean, dude, Supreme would be so epic, dude. It would be so epic
I think it'd be cool.
to be the guy that's like, hey, you're wearing something that nobody else can get.
Oh.
Imagine having a merch line that you're like, people are late to your show.
Oh my God. Imagine people show up to the show and they go, we didn't even come to see Kenny.
Yeah, we just get.
There's a line outside. We heard there's
Oh.
Kenny/Supreme merch that's being sold here. We've been waiting 3 days.
I mean, that's so great. You just see the resale. Imagine your resale clothing goes higher than your tickets do.
Oh my God. Hey guys, these guys are killing me in the resale today. What's going on? No, I would love that. I didn't even think about that part of it. Oh my God.
Just your whole special is you coming out and just like your opener's like, okay, so my first joke, and you just lift up your pant leg. You're like, to the socks he's wearing them?
This guy's got him all the way down to my merch is gonna be Supreme socks, just so we're clear.
Oh,
The resale on those is gonna go crazy.
I love that.
Absolutely.
That's such a great choice too. It's like what did you get sponsored by? A weird t-shirt company? Lame. Oh, dude.
Basic t-shirt company? No, the supremest of all.
The supremest of all companies. Oh, dude, that's epic. Last question. And it's the big one. You crushed this whole show. Every question. I mean, dude, you've answered every question so well. Some would say you've answered double the amount of questions that you've been given. But it's the last question. It's the last question. I'm going to tell you something. Anybody watching this, we were having more fun than you could possibly imagine. I cannot wait for these to come out later. Last question. What hill would you die on, Kenny Lee?
Okay. I'm a guy from Dallas.
Yo.
We believe in strength in numbers, all
Yes,
that.
you
know
do.
what I mean,
All day, every day.
stand by this at all times. I think it is better to stick beside in sports, stick beside a team that's losing a lot and celebrate that small victory
Yeah.
that they get here and there. Then move over to a team where that's winning, celebrating a little bit more. It's kind of like, you go a few days without eating that first bite of food you taste. It's like it's super satisfying, right?
Okay.
Whereas they like, hey, if you just go over here, you can eat fruit every day. And it's like, man, I'm in for the rush.
Appreciate
You
it.
know
You
what I mean?
gotta be humble.
Exactly.
I like it.
This is why I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh, well, I'm gonna tell you something. I don't know if you've ever heard a toilet flush in a podcast, but that is
Oh, God.
that just sounds like a guy that's just justifying. Here's the thing. By the way, I love the concept. I love the idea. I agree with the idea. I've lived the idea. I like all of those things. But the idea that you came in, you didn't decide to be a Cowboys fan. It was thrust upon you.
Was born into
You just have to accept the fact that you are a Cowboys fan. Like your fingerprint. That's just who you are.
It's in there, yeah.
And listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. You don't get away with it. It's just, listen, first of all, Dallas Cowboys have had great moments. They've had great moments. And by the way, they are totally fixable moments.
Absolutely.
You're not, it's the worst part is you could be Cleveland. You could, you really want to do it, leave Dallas and go be a Cleveland fan. Then you would make me a believer. Because I don't know Cleveland, who said, hey, just, let's grab 3 quarterbacks real quick. Like, hey, we only have 6 draft picks. You know what? Let's grab 3 quarterbacks. And I want to make sure that we have the same amount of guards and tackles and quarterbacks. Let's make sure those are things. In fact, some of our quarterbacks are big enough to be guards and tackles, if we're being honest. It's so crazy. That's how you would have to. You're like a franchise that's so bad that people just go, hey, man, this is what it is. That's the theme of bad. It is what it is.
Come on, man.
That's what I would believe you in that. By the way, I've been a guy that has had a bad team. I've rooted and been fans of teams that were so bad. I was grateful for when they played on cable. Like that's how bad they were. Have you ever been like, hey, how do I get a radio station? How do I get AM on the internet? Have you ever asked that question before? I've done it.
AM radio.
I've done it.
A team on AM radio.
Dude, it's so
for
bad.
the National Football League is crazy.
It's so... when I tell you that I've had bad teams that I've rooted for, I've had bad teams in a lot of sports. And as a Cowboys fan, you always... First of all, you never have to worry if they're going to be on.
No, yeah.
They're... Not only the Cowboys could be 0-10 for 10 years straight, there will still be a Cowboys broadcast in Spanish, in Russian, in German.
Everybody's gonna see us.
They're all gonna see you,
Yeah.
and they all would kill to be you.
Absolutely. Oh, you know how many birthday wishes I've wasted. You know how many times. I got a cake in front of me. I got candles, and they go, "Well, what do you want this year?" And I make my wish, and they're like, "Oh, don't tell us."
Give me the playoffs.
Who is this wish going to? I need to know who this.
Listen, I need my wish is either I need the playoffs or I need a heart attack. One of the two. I need one of the two.
Listen,
I don't need both.
It's an option. It's
one of them has to happen.
a play option wish.
And I don't even mean death to the person that receives a heart attack.
No.
Just an inability to continue the path that's being traveled. Just like, hey, cowboy, let's hang it up, heart attack. He can live 20 more years after that heart attack.
Take a step back.
Just enough to be like, hey, I can't get behind bulletproof glass anymore. I can't make a phone call anymore.
Just one of those. Couple of those. Just one of those. Play option wish. And and I'm still here. Still here. Supporting.
Absolutely. Dude, Kenny, you crushed it.
Thanks.
You crushed it so much. Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, all that at Kenny Lee 270. The Kenny Lee 1 through 269 we're taking already. I'm stuck at where I'm at. Definitely check me out on there. All through Texas, all through the South right now, trying to make it bigger.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna talk to my people now.
You
for a
do
second.
your
Okay,
thing. Yeah,
okay.
your thing. Yeah.
Listen, everybody that I've had on the show, you've seen it all. Kenny is a dude that he's special. The first time I saw Kenny, I knew that he was going to be something great. And I'm telling you right now, Kenny's going to be a dude. You're going to see Kenny on TV for years to come. So trust me, go follow Kenny, follow his journey. I promise you won't regret it. You guys are great. We'll see you next week. You guys have a good one. Go Cowboys.